Hi, I'm V and you're watching my channel Bees and Everything. Today I'm processing my raw beeswax and I want to show you how I do it. So first of all, I want to say this is a very messy job, so I have dedicated a pot and utensils to just doing this. Let's talk about the different grades of beeswax. There is the food or cosmetic grade, which is basically a fresh wax that the bees haven't really used much yet. And you can get this a lot of times when you're harvesting honey and you scrape off the cappings from the honeycomb. And this is them right here. And what you have to do first, get the honey off. So I just soak them in water and I use the honey water to make lemonade, or you could also make mead. This is something beautiful that you can sometimes find inside the beehive when bees draw this beautiful fresh comb outside of the frames. As you can see right here, there is still some nectar inside it. And something really interesting I found out about honeycomb is I filled it up with water and then put it upside down, and it actually holds the water in it. They just designed it that way. Isn't it so fascinating? So then we have the dark, generic grade beeswax, and this will be really, really dark. And this is from basically the brood box, and the bees have been using it over and over again, so it got really dirty. And this is the kind of wax that I will use to make candles or leather polish. Both of them have to be cleaned in water bath to get all the dirt and debris out. But the cosmetic grade only needs to be washed once, whereas the dark comb has to be really processed twice. And each time you do it, use fresh water. So how do I go about it? There's really two ways that I've done this. And first one is just put the beeswax directly into boiling pot of water and melt it. Just make sure that the water is really just simmering because you never want to overheat your wax. It will lose the beautiful scent and it will lose the color too. So once it's melted completely, I will just pour it through this fine mesh sieve, and the debris is called slum gum and can actually be used as a bait in your swarm boxes, or you can just put it inside your compost. It's beautiful in compost. And the other way to process it is to use a cheesecloth. And basically, I make a little bag out of it and I put the wax inside the bag and basically make like a little tea sachet that I will then dip inside the boiling water. And as the wax melts, it comes out into the water, and the slum gum, the debris, will stay inside the bag. Then, when it's almost all out, I will take a pot of boiling water and I will just pour it over the cheesecloth just to get any excess wax out of the cheesecloth. Then turn off your pot and see all those little bubbles. So those are air bubbles, but they also will hold water in them. So what I do is basically break them up with my fork. Just go around like this and basically break up all of these bubbles because you want as less as possible. Otherwise, if there's water in your wax, it will mold. Okay, now just let it cool down and it will form a disc on top of the water and it will look just like this. And sometimes you will still have some bubbles in it. So what I do is take my fork again and kind of just go around and scrape off these bubbles and let the water out and really let this dry completely. If you do get moldy wax, you can just go ahead and repeat this process again, but this time you won't be able to use it as a food grade, but you can still make, great candles out of it. So if you want to go a step further, you could also now melt this wax in a double boiler and put it inside a mold. And if you're using rigid plastic like I did, just make sure you use some kind of maybe like a baking paper inside so it's easier to take out. And what you're going to do is basically a brick like this of wax that then you can start using. And you've been probably wondering, why does she have that blow dryer there, right? So this is just to make the cleanup easier. I always spill some wax around my desk here. So what I do is I put the paper towel on top of the spillage and I heat it up with the blow dryer. And as the wax is heating up, it will soak up inside your paper towel. And then voila, it's all clean. All right, I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching.